Greetings and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining here. Come on in. I can't quite see the screen right now, so if anyone comes in and puts something in chat, chances are I won't see it. Okay, so my apologies in advance for that. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Okay. This is going to be a very unique reading. Very unique. A reading that is close and near and dear to my heart. You guys do hear some shamanic drumming in the background with Om being chanted. Very powerful. Metatron's sacred geometry is in the background of the screen here on the particular video that I'm looking at. So there's an activation of the Merkaba taking place here. Let's see. Connecting with your light body, basically. It's in the heart center. And Om is that universal sound that gets you in alignment with Source, in alignment with the divine of that which is universe, earth, everything. The drumming, that shamanic drumming, brings in earth, like merging the cosmos with earth, bringing us down into Gaia. And those of us that have, are single parents of autistics and the autistics themselves have a lot of struggle with feeling grounded and being fully present in the body and on the earth. Now, in most cases, I want to say it's my guidance and resonance that usually autistics are starseeds. That's my opinion. Meaning that, they've had carnations, in the galactics, and so they're very unique. I'm a starseed. And so I can totally understand that. But the whole reason and why I really felt compelled to share this kind of a reading is because it can feel quite draining. It can feel quite unnerving for the parents as well as the autistic themselves, because on the earth, the energy is a lot denser. And depending on where you're at on the earth, what location and geographical location, demographics that you're in, it may be extremely dense. And when I say dense, I just mean very heavy, very fear, ego based toxicity due to that frequency. And so it feels just like it's not, it takes an effect on the energetic body of the autistic as well as, you as the parent, whether you're a starseed or not, but this reading is going to show you who they are first and foremost, because I'm going to pull from my Star Oracle deck to ask, who are they? And what energy are they currently in or processing through? What stage in life in their evolution and their conscious evolving? What energy are they processing through? So we can understand them. I'm going to get one card for that. Okay. Then I'm going to get several oracles, and then I'm going to also have the tarot here just to see what's going on in their lives today. Because often communication, even if they speak, like for an example, my son is high function. Okay, he's 27 years old. If you guys saw the video, the upload earlier, okay, he's 27 years old, high functional. He went through school programs, and we're from California originally. But he went through all of the programs excellently, superbly. But California has a wonderful program for children of special needs. So he went through college, he went through high school, he went through all, the programs, very high function. Okay. However, their method of communicating, processing information, their sensory system is a lot different. So for the parent, especially a single parent, I can totally understand and relate to the daunting drainingness that in which you feel. Meanwhile, while you're trying to deal with your own energy, because you have your own stuff that you're dealing with and working through. So if you have been single doing this, my hat's off to you. I salute you. Most people can't even fathom your journey. They think they can, but they can't. Okay. So my hat's off to you. I bow to you. I send you love and light, and just my prayer and my Reiki energy and intention was going to be sent to you for just bliss, 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 and unmerited favor, because you have carried such a weight. Okay, even though it's a blessing, but on the earth plane, it has its um, feel of challenge. And if you haven't had a lot of support with that, then all the more that my hat is off to you. Because if you're still sane and they haven't locked you up, you know what I'm saying? My hat's off to you. Okay. All right. So let me move forward here. I don't know how it's sounding, but I always find out afterward with these videos, and it is what it is. So y'all bear with me. Okay. All right. Now, let's get the leading card. We're gonna ask the higher selves of those that are autistic, as well as their light team. My light team, I asked to come in with this. My connection, my starseed lineage, Gaia as well, source, and any high vibrational, consciously evolved, loving and kind, compassionate frequencies or beings that wants to step into support. I also evoke the violet fire and the golden white light, just to consume my vessel from the inside out, to consume this reading, to consume the technology, to consume Bloom from Within Love's platform, all directions of time and space, and everyone who clicks on here, and viewers, subscribers, lovers, haters, all of the alike, okay? And may all toxic energy be instantaneously transmuted by the violet fire into Gaia for healing, and may people find their healing, those who may be operating from a low vibrational toxic place. All right, let's keep it going. All right. All right, let's do it. Hope y'all are enjoying your Friday night. Had some fun with my son earlier. He actually, where we were playing these games at, he discovered that there was a game that's called The Walking Dead. And he knows that I used to love that show. And I was like, oh, MG, I'm going to have to play that. And he only found it when we were leaving. So I was like, okay, next time I'm playing The Walking Dead, dude. Hunting these zombies and taking them down. I feel like that's who I am in the spiritual realm as well. Funny. Hunting down the zombies, taking them down. Metaphorically speaking, so don't take that too serious, but I just said. Whether it's dealing with my own inner stuff, right? Or things in my life that I feel like, has been the walking dead. And so it's like, zombies, they're moving, they're breathing, right? They're moving, they're breathing. They have on outfits, right? Right? Well, they're kind of breathing. They're making sounds. You know what I'm saying? But they're the walking dead. There's no substance. They're empty. They don't have a conscience. They are only hedonistic and hardwired to look for something, that's going to bring pleasure only at all costs, metaphorically speaking. Right? No heartbeat. No capacity. And it's not even like a judgment, right? Because they are where they are. They don't have it, and until, people, let me leave this alone because I have a feeling it's going to be mistaken or taken on the wrong context. But anyway, let's get focused on the reading here because this is for the parents who need some guidance. We see multitudes of tarot readings and oracle messages, but rarely are you going to stumble across this kind of a reading. This is dedicated to those with autism and to parents, single parents that have been blessed with the assignment or to care for those with autism. Okay? It's not about lovers. This ain't about money. This ain't about, what I'm saying, ourselves in a sense. Now, it is going to be about us in the sense of how to better parent the autistic and then how we can keep our self-care. So in that sense, yes, but it's not going to be highlighted on the more other stuff that I just aforementioned. Lovers, money. If money is a concern, it'll come out in the reading, but if this is really just geared towards the understanding of your child or young adult and yourself and the dynamic and, how to make it more harmonious, how to come into balance, and on this earth school, right? Right? All right, so let's do it. Okay, show us the autistic young adult or child as who are they? Who are they? What stage of life in their development or conscious evolving are they in? Who are they? Who are they? Show us the autistic child or young adult. Please and thank you. Dang, and that one did fly. All right, let's see. I'll have to get up and go get this one. Gee whiz. All right, so we got the storyteller, Taigeda, intention. I am the narrator of my life. That came out, and at the bottom is the medicine woman, Merope, heal. I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and soul. Okay, so this is the card that came out. Take a look at that if you want to kind of just pick up your own intuition regarding your child or young adult. Okay, Taigeda, the storyteller. 7, 8, 9, spirituality, intention. So I'm going intuitively with this since this is for autistics. I'm here. Give me a moment. So many of them are healers, just right off the bat. So, and I have to explain this since it is they're healers. So we asked the question that we asked here. Tarot is going to give us more 3D, okay, in terms of in the physical, right? But we asked, who are they? So that what's going to come out is their higher selves position as a star seed, right? Who are they? It may be it may not be visible to the naked eye unless you're very discerning or if you're a healer yourself or an intuitive, right? Okay, so they are healers, dude. Intention, I am the narrator. So they do stuff in the ethers. They are rescripting and creating things. The medicine woman or man, they are getting downloads and ways in which to nourish their own mind, body, and soul, but even as healers, because like I said, they're healers. So they okay. So autistics, sometimes they'll kind of like I said, their sensory system is different. They can see things we don't see. They 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 may pause a lot. They may, stare out. They may say things. They may even do light language like my son. And he doesn't communicate that. He doesn't tell me, but I'm aware of that. What he's saying and what he's doing is light language. Um and they're doing it for the collective and for themselves. This is who they are. And it's what you need to know. Because I know that as a single parent, as a, just a parent, you probably suffered a lot. They've probably suffered a lot. They've probably been judged and talked about. You've probably been judged and talked about. And people low vibrational, limited in their consciousness on the earth, right? So it's just been a lot. But you need to know the greatness that is really hidden. And it's probably hidden for a reason. Because I ain't gonna even get into it, man. I don't follow organized religion anymore, but I certainly know who Jesus is and was versus what he's represented as in the scriptures. But I will tell you that it was a reason. He was a yogi, first and foremost. I want to say that. That's who he was in the 3D. Okay. He was a yogi, an advanced yogi, ascended master. Okay. But he knew the nature of human experience on the 3D in low frequency. So he often chose to appear very plain, very low key, very background, because he understood that low vibrationals gravitate, when they're desperate or when they want to exploit something, they're gonna try to gravitate to something they feel like they can benefit from. And so autistics, I believe, and it could just be for my son, but I believe chances are it's not just him. There is a sense of locked, hidden treasure. So people will look at them like simpletons or something like that, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's powerful. They're the storyteller. So another thing that I'm picking up is now in terms of what's happening with them in the 3D, even though I haven't pulled tarot, in the 3D, they're struggling in their physical form right now. They're struggling a little bit because they have memories that are like elephants. Okay. And they're stuck in some stories. Okay. So they are wanting to get out of old story and they don't know how. So they may be repeating a lot of things if there's been a lot of struggle and suffering and loss due to the pandemic or just life, depending on your situation. You may hear them repeating the same old stories, or they are basically calling things like it is. They'll say something like, this place is angry, and it's because they can feel that particular energy. Or they may say something like, in my movie, because to them, they know that this matrix world is not real. They are fully aware of it. We look at them and go, what do you mean? What are you talking about in my movie? To us and our lower nature and our limited conscious awareness, being disconnected from our higher self, we're like, yo, movie, right? But they're talking the language of the soul, and they know that this is literally a movie. It's a simulation. Is the holographical experience. And they're like, man, they'll make a statement if they're older. Man, this place is angry in my movie. Till my credits end. They talk like that because they're referring to, they get information so rapidly and so quickly, and they can see it all. And so they're referring to probably their day of death, and not death in a sense because we don't really die. They may be referring to when their 3D expires, right? Or something to that effect, or they go through a death and rebirth in another season. So some of them right now, just based on these two oracles, is they're trying to heal themselves, mind, body, and soul. They're trying to find that. They're trying to merge that into their 3D somehow. And so their higher selves are trying to help them. Their team and their higher selves is trying to creatively help them to be able to tell a different story so they can realize the power of their own storytelling and intention versus continuing to repeat the same story, not understanding in their 3D that because of that, they are recreating a vibration. So some of them are going through a transition of that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put these here. Let's see. And remember, my message to you, beautiful single parents: do more things that make you forget. Check your phone. Yeah, baby. I know that's hard. Like, thus, you're on your phone probably, but it's just a friendly reminder. I have tourmaline there and I have howlite. So, for peace and calmness and grounding, whatever that is, whatever makes you forget. If you like me and my son, we were out, playing video games and doing stuff like that. I did my little quick video and then that was it. Okay. Staying fully present and connected, not constantly on the phone, right? It may be enjoying a cup of coffee, bird watching, you know what I'm saying? Anything that'll help you to be fully present in your body, connecting with earth, connecting with nature, connecting with other, human beings that delight your soul, right? Whatever that is. Laughing, like me, I love laughing. I love laughing. That's why I'm kind of silly. Y'all may be saying, well, you're serious most of the time. Yeah, pay attention. I'm actually kind of silly and funny, and I like to laugh. So sometimes I'll just break out like dancing and like dancing and singing. My son, he hates it. He gets mad. It is so cute and funny though. You have to be there. So, and like I said, he's 27 years old. His mind is the capacity of that, maybe 13. But when I do, because sometimes I'll just break out like, and if he's around, then he's like, Mom, you need to stop that, Mom. I don't want to hear that singing. Stop shaking your butt. And I'm like, get with it, Darrell. Get over it. Don't hate. Like, we go through this whole little dialogue back and forth. Anyway, that was random, but it's important, you guys. It's a part of your self-care. The reason why I'm mentioning that, you're a single parent, it's all on you. And you know what I'm saying? It's up to us to find ways to be present and feel good, All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see, I'm thinking that I'm going to pull one oracle right now, one oracle real quick, and then I'll get the tarot, okay? Just give me one little second here because I want to see something. It's the art of letting go. I'm going to get one for you and one for you, one for them, okay? Let's see. All right. Source, light king. Power animals, fairies, earth elementals, galactic king, Gaia. What's the message here for the autistic child, young adult, what they need to, or what you all are trying to assist them with letting go. And then that for the single parent of the autistic, what they need to let go of or surrender to, and what you all are trying to assist them with. Please. And it's now in accordance with their higher heart, peace, benevolence, what will assist with raising the frequency, grounding, staying in neutrality, and releasing whatever's been absorbed or projected or hardwired into the subconscious. All right. Yeah, I could sense, I feel for the single parent, I'm feeling all kind of energy on my back, all of a sudden tenseness and tightness. So I know why. Okay, so it kind of the shoulders too, like by the neck. So you do feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulder, because in a sense, it has been. In a sense, it has. But your heart, because I feel heart energy too, there's a lot of aching there. Your heart is concerned for them, though. Your heart, you're concerned for them and yourself. You know, you feel like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do it any further. I don't know, because we don't live in a climate, in a world, or a society that can honor that or respect that or have any sensitivity towards it. Hold on. Oof, okay. All right, for the parent, let's get a card for the parent first. The single parent. What's the message for them, for the parent of the autistic? One card, please, for the parent. Let's get some guidance, please. Thank you. High vibe only for the parent. All right, that one hopped out. I should have known. I should have known. It says, focusing on peace. This is your guidance, single parent, for your autistic child or young adult. Focusing on peace. And let me read what the message is for you, okay? So it says here, today I will, listen to this, today I will focus on a peaceful pace rather than a hurried one. So in other words, focusing on a pace that's comfortable for you regarding your autistic young adult or child. Okay. I will keep moving forward gently, not frantically. I will let go of my need to be anxious and upset, and will replace these feelings with calmness and harmony. So that is the guidance that is being given to you, the parent. And I know it can feel easier said than done. One of the first things I can recommend just right off back is breath work, breath work, breath work. Even if it's short, but breath work slows us down, the energy. It helps us to connect into our heart. It helps us to allow whatever we're feeling in moments to just move. And it helps to ground us, which fosters peace, which helps us to get clear. Okay, that's just one little tip, and I just thought I would share that right away. Um, let's see here. Okay, and at the bottom is communicating clearly. Look at that. There may be a cultural difference between you and your child or young adult, or it can just simply be symbolic of the differences that are night and day, between them and you. Okay, communicating clearly. So I was talking about that. So let me see what the message is. It says, today, I will communicate clearly and directly in my conversations with others. I will strive to avoid manipulative, indirect, or guilt producing statements. I can be tactful and gentle or assertive if necessary. I do what is right in the moment. So with this, I feel like maybe there's been a struggle, and I can totally relate to the struggle because when there's a lot of pressure at the end of the day, you're like, okay, I just need something to happen, and by any means necessary, because these people, my kid, my young adult, whatever, they ain't getting it. So this guidance is just simply saying, okay, as you focus on peace, as you do this, get that breath. It 3 seconds, okay? 3 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, 3 minutes. Okay. As you focus on peace, you will be able to, where you may have feel like, look, there is no alternative. I gotta do something. You will be able to communicate clearly and directly, especially if it's a young adult, okay? Even though they're not all the way there. In a simplistic sense, you can communicate clearly and directly. Okay. You won't have to coerce and manipulate or try to evoke guilt, okay, to convince them to act right. You can be tactful, like it said, and gentle, but you can equally be assertive. So I love this card because it's not saying that you have to be sugar, syrupy, sweet all the time. It's just saying clear and direct. And so for autistics, especially, I can tell you this. I mean, I've raised my son, okay, for the majority of his entire life, which is 27 years, okay, alone. And let me tell you, autistics are extremely honest. That's their default, okay, to a fault. I have a numerous amount of stories I could tell y'all that in public as he grew up, I was like, oh my God, did he say that? Right? So they understand clear, believe it or not, they do understand direct communication. Yes is yes and no is no kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Black and white, up and down. Um, they understand that kind of dialogue. They don't need it to be um, around about. For an example, no, John, no, John, I can't take you to the store. If you see anything like my son, why? Why, mom? And then when you're tired and pressed and going through it, you'd be like, cuz the stores is not available. Like, you see something random. I've done all that. Trust me, I'm telling y'all. Stores is not available, unfortunately, son. Right. So, and they know better because I'm telling you, they're highly intuitive. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay. But instead of that, kind of saying, well, no, son, let's say the reason is you don't really feel well, or you're tired and you don't feel like going, or, you know what I'm saying? There's a unique way to say, instead of saying, oh, because I don't want to fucking go, like you don't have to go there. But it's kind of like if at the gist of what's going on is you're simply tired. Let's say you have a headache and you don't feel like getting in your car and you don't feel like driving and you're just out of it and you really just need to relax. So in this case, you say, no, John, I'm not able to take you to the store at this time because I do have a headache. I'm a little bit tired and I just need to relax. I'm sorry, another time. Now, if they're still pushy, like my son can be, sometimes. Sometimes he understands that and he'll accept it. But if they're still like, well, why? You need to make your head feel better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Depends on their energy. Then you can go within yourself. Like it said here, be assertive. It's not saying you be a pushover. It's not saying, we have to keep tolerating things and going round for round. So we can just simply say, again, John, I said no at this time. No, the answer is no. They're upset, they're mad. Oh, I'm upset and mad. Now, at that point, you can let it go. Release attachment, let it go. Get back here to your peace. If it means you yourself take a walk, go outside, or, you know what I'm saying, go get your peace, breathe. But you don't have to keep engaging, especially if it's a young adult, okay? But communicate clear. Communicate clearly is the theme here at the bottom of the deck, okay? All right. So I'm gonna put that here because that was at the bottom. Focusing on peace and communicating clearly. And that also means when to communicate and when not to. Because sometimes we could be over communicating. I could attest to that. So some things that I've tried new and different with my son is I go into these modes where I'm saying very minimal. Even if he's incessantly saying something and talking, I'll say the bare minimum and shift my energy that quick. Like, okay, I don't be mad. I won't like frown or look a certain way because they pick up on body language too. So I'll just be like, okay, I'll go like almost neutral and just be as a matter of fact in my demeanor and in my dialogue. And minimize it so that I'm not in an incessant conversation. Some of you are going to understand what I'm saying with that, because if you don't do that, you will end up in like an incessant conversation. You're like, I done said this 200 times. I ain't saying no more. And that's how I used to get, you know what I'm saying? Because of everything that goes on in my world and in my life, right? So I'd end up in this incessant dialogue with him. And it's like, Brandy, but you don't want to get your own self all wound up. You don't have to. You can let him be upset. Like, you can't control that. If he's upset that he's not getting his way, you said what you needed to say the best way you know how. Keep your peace and then end it. Like, so you're not on this roller coaster of, I told you this already, John. I'm not going to keep having this conversation. But we're having this conversation because I keep saying that I'm not having this conversation. So finding your peace, right? Finding your peace and just letting things drop. I think that's really the major theme there. But now let's get a card for them, because I said I was going to ask, right? For them as well. So let me pull what they need to do or what you can assist them with getting into, what their team is trying to help them with, okay? Because I'm sure, if they're older and they're teenagers, there's some letting go that needs to, be happening with them, and so let's see. All right. So what's the guidance for the autistics, especially the young adults or teenagers? What's the guidance in terms of the art of letting go? What's the guidance for them? The language of letting go. Okay, that popped. Yeah, baby. Yep, this makes perfect sense, you guys. Because listen, well, let me just show you the card first. I know why. Okay, so for them, for the autistic, it's practicing gratitude. They're being asked to master or come into the energy of, look, gratefulness, practice it as often as possible. Okay. Being grateful for you as their parent, being grateful for, the blessings that they have in their lives. Okay. So it says here, today, I will practice gratitude. I will get in the habit of saying thank you, even for the problems in my life because these challenges are valuable lessons I can learn from. Gratitude is the key that turns problems into blessings. For them, now on a younger scale, because I know this is collective, okay? Now you're talking about little ones, the way that you as the parent can reinforce it in a balanced way is just, first of all, just display it yourself. Because when they're very young, this is when they're impressionable the most. And so try to display it as often as possible right in front of them. So, saying thank you to people, making statements of, oh, I'm thankful. It's such a beautiful day. Oh, I'm thankful, for this delicious, tiramisu, or, saying thank you to them when they do something that you didn't have to ask them to do, when they willfully put their toys in the toy chest and you didn't have to like say it 20 times, or when they finally ask you something as a little one that has the autism, when they finally utilize their words or use the right card to communicate, um, saying thank you, because you're displaying that to them. Okay, so that's one way you can reinforce and kind of cultivate that and tell them to, as you're talking to them, say, thank you, John. We want to be grateful for this because this didn't have to be. Let's be grateful. For the older ones, if they are stubborn and resistant to this, like I've experienced before many times with my son as he aged, then universe is starting to step in so they can get help. And let me give you an example. So if they're not being grateful for you as a parent, especially if you're a good parent and you're tender and you try, and they have things, even though they've gotten comfortable, but they have things that some teenagers and young adults may not have, you know. Um, if they are acting some kind of way, then stuff starts happening with them in a very unique way because they're not exempt. So they'll lose stuff. And then, the universe is trying to show them, okay, were you being grateful for that? Or were you always asking for something else? And then they're forced to have to sit and look at it. And then you're having a conversation with them about it. Like, see, I told you, don't bring this, John, because if you bring this, blah, blah, blah. And so teaching them to practice gratitude. Okay, well, I'm grateful for my mom or my dad because they're always there to help me remember, or they're there to try to make sure I'm okay. I'm grateful for that. And it helped me to now know, like, I have to be careful with certain things and I have to listen to my mom or my dad because they're trying to help me kind of energy. So I knew this, especially for the older ones. Their team is really trying to help them practice gratitude for the simple things, for just the smallest things. And that's good because that's going to help them. I mean, on this earth school, earth school, things don't always, there's seasons and cycles and things don't always go, people ain't catering to you like that. You know what I'm saying? So practicing that is something that they're being guided and it's something that you can assist them with. But as you focus on peace and communicating clearly, you can assist them with this. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the tarot. All right, team. We got the storyteller and we got the medicine woman as the energy of the autistic, as who they are. That's who they are. That's the energy that they possess. That's the transitions and roles in which they play. What did I do with gratitude? That is, can we get some guidance here in terms of the now in tarot? What are they dealing with in the 3D? What are they dealing with externally? So maybe I'll get external, internal. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we'll get 2 cards from tarot here. All right, what do we need to know? What do we need to see in tarot in terms of whatever is going on right now that is affecting the autistic young adult with gratitude, that's affecting the single parent dealing with focusing on peace and communication? What's the core? So let's get 1 card for the autistic and 1 card for the single parent. Leading, let's start with the single parent. What's going on? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, 4 of Cups came out for the parent. 4 of Cups came out for the parent, you guys. I'll talk about that here in a minute. 4 of Cups is that energy of discontent. And it makes sense because focusing on peace here. Discontent, not being able to see right because of feelings of discontent, trying to figure things out, trying to look at options, just trying to find focus. That's what I'm picking up with this particular card in this deck. And oh, wow. Let me see what's at the bottom real quick. Wow. Okay. So for you, the single parent, this is what's happening. Okay. You have a lot on your plate. You got a lot going on in your life. As I'm looking at the bottom of the deck here, we got a lot of major arcanas like back to back. We got the Magician, the Lovers. We got, what the heck is this? We got the 3 of Wands. Oh my gosh. We got Patience. So you guys are going through a lot. You've gone through a lot. And now you're trying to manifest, because that Magician, you're trying to manifest change. You're trying to manifest balance. You're trying to, choose different paths. You're trying to find your way. And I'm going to show you guys the cards here. Back to back. There's been a lot of swift moving energy. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Good gracious God. Justice, you guys, Devil in reverse. Broke through some cycles. So, okay. So you're, wow. So you're going through a lot. And there's even been a lot as relates to with your child as well. But what I'm seeing here is that there's just been a lot in life. And you've been trying to get yourself, look at her right here. You're trying to get yourself back in balance. Okay. So you've been working hard on that. And you're doing damn good, if I may say so myself, from what I see. Because you manifested some shit. Or some stuff. So, but you're trying to manifest something new. We got Lovers. You're trying to bring the balance back to yourself. You're trying to create healthy connections. And that 4 of Cups, it's that feeling, like I said, it's created all of this. It's that feeling of discontentedness that you have had in life in a whole sense, right? Which has caused you, and this is not a judgment, this is just stuff you've been going through. It's caused you to lose your focus or to be able to see things or cups clearly. Cups is the water energy. Your child may be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. My son is a Scorpio. Okay, but don't have to be. But it's about the emotions and emotion body, right? So many of you are coming back to balance with that, trying to come out of that place of discontentedness. And that guidance is, this is part of how this is going to happen for you if it hasn't already. Focusing on peace will kind of neutralize this and will cause you to be able to see the one cup, the one good thing. Okay, as it relates to even the relationship with the child, it'll help you to see the one good thing. And it could be more, but I'm saying because the child or young adult is holding this cup, so it'll help you to be able, as this is neutralized, all of the stuff you've gone through right here, and as you're manifesting, neutralizing maybe the irritants, because maybe you're looking at these three cups like all that you've gone through. You're looking at the three cups like the challenge of your child, the challenge you feel trying to connect, trying to relate, trying to understand, right? Complexities. But as you focus on peace, it assists with neutralizing and balancing things out. You'll be able to see the beauty. You'll be able to see the the hidden treasure. You'll be able to see the answer, right? In terms of how to relate, or I don't even want to say manage or handle. I really want to say just how to relate, how to parent, how to balance, how to see them and who they are and their uniqueness. Okay. Wow. But you guys have gone through a lot. I see it in the cards. But a lot of good stuff is happening because it was like back to back. So you guys got the universe stepping in. Karma playing out in a good way. Here's justice, balancing the scales. So as you focus on peace, you'll probably be able to see how the universe is stepping in to balance the scales. Okay. Even if you don't currently feel that way. You may feel as a single parent and, dealing with crazy MFers and shiznit. And you know what I'm saying? Like you may be like, oh, and So the shifting all of that, you'll see it. It's like shift your attention. Just like I was saying earlier, I used to go back and forth with my son. It's like now I finally caught up. Like, well, Brandy, you're the one still going back and forth and only making your own self mad. You don't have to do that. You can have your peace. You don't need to. Not necessary. Deciding, right? To just be clear and solid, and then just shifting like that. Okay, so we got the guidance for you, the single parent. Let's get what's going on. What do we need to know? What do we need to see in terms of the autistic child or young adult? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to, man, out of office. What do we need to know? There it is. Okay. Two came out. Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands. Okay. They ready. Go. Aw, Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay. Oh. See, look at Queen, King, Five of Pentacles. What's this right here so I can get their story? Page of Wands. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys their story too. This is okay. So the two cards that came out for them, like I said, it was the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So they're tired. Some of them are ready to go. Okay, they're defensive because they're just not, they feel under attack. They feel like they're in hostile situations. And I mentioned that when I first started, how, they're sensitive. They pick up environments and energy, and what I'm saying, they'll make statements like, oh, this place is angry, and what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And so they're in this defensive energy, but that's why. Okay. And the Knight of Wands is like, they're young, they're about the adventure. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're just, what I'm picking up in this case, it's like they're just ready to go. The Knight of Wands is an energy that likes to, when they're grown and adults, we refer to it as the player energy, lover boy, in and out. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, it's, they're tired and they're ready to just go for another adventure. They want to move, they want to go somewhere else because they feel like, this is a hostile energies around them. Um, and maybe that's another reason why they're being asked to try to focus on gratitude in the meantime. But um, let me tell you guys why, though. I'm going to give you their story like I gave you guys yours. So many of them have an energy and feel of, hold on. Okay. This is what's at the bottom of the deck for them. So they're missing, you know, a dream that they once had. They feel the Five of Pentacles like just left out in the cold, like you and them, just been straight left out in the cold. They can feel that energy. Like, where's, nobody loves us, nobody cares. It's just you, them, and the cat. You know what I'm saying? They feel that. And they see what happens, like, because this is for single parents. So they had a dream that, one day it'll be the 10 of Cups, wish fulfillment, one big happy family with you and the dad or the mom or, what I'm saying, somebody, they wanted that. They thought they would have that. Page of Wands. They wanted that to happen or to somehow be and manifest. And here's the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So this is mom and the dad to me. This represents a mom and a dad. So the dad to be the protector and a provider on the earth, and the mom to be the nurturer, the caretaker, you know what I'm saying? The intuitive, the sensitive, Queen of Cups, right? But instead of that, they feel like, maybe once upon a time they had it, or once upon a time, they thought it was going to be, but right now they feel Five of Pentacles, and that's why they're defensive. They feel like you guys are all alone. They feel left out. They feel disconnected from, not you, because you see it's two people here. It's a child and it's a mom. So not you. But they just feel disconnected from the whole, like any kid, 10 of Cups, one big happy family, two parents, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. These are healthy. Now hear this out, because they don't need no toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's get that shit understood in life. Okay, this here, this here is about a healthy, balanced union. When the cards are in this kind of position, it's something that is whole. It's whole. It's not about just the money, ain't about just the pleasure. It's not, you know what I'm saying? This stuff is whole. This is a happy, Cups is emotion. That's emotional fulfillment. And they feel like there is none, in a sense of the wholeness that they miss. In my son's case, his dad passed away, and he, he hadn't really been all that connected to his dad, for years, and due to, Lord, I don't even want to get all into that, but and he feels that. And it's been like this endless journey in that Knight of Wands. They feel like you guys have been all over the place. And maybe that wasn't always the case, because maybe there was stability. In my son's case, he recalls that we lived in one location for like 12, 13 years in California, something to that effect. So we didn't really have that tendency just to be wild and out, or that tendency just to be sporadic and all over the place. We were pretty solid, in where we were. I mean, we still had things that came up and happened, of course, but one thing was for sure, there was a stable living environment that was provided for him, even though he didn't really have his dad much, right? He had his mother, and he had he grew up in one school system, what I'm saying? He's transitioned. It wasn't all over the place. It wasn't, it was solid, right? And so, now he feels different. So for some of you, I'm sure the story may vary. I'm just sharing my personal examples, but that's what's happening with them. Okay. That defensiveness, that Knight of Wands, and that defensiveness is because of this, right? So this is not to make you feel bad, because that's not even what it's looking like, because they feel like they're connected to you. They're right up under your shoulder. So that's not it. Okay. It's about life and it not being or turning out to be what they had hoped. Okay. Because they have hopes and dreams and stuff just like we do, even if it's not being communicated in a way in which we're used to. Okay. And that's another reason why I wanted to do this reading, was understanding this could help us, help you shift your energy to focus a little differently, right? As it relates to your parenting and with your child or young adult here. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now let's get some more oracles and some guidance here to assist moving on. Because y'all know how I do it. I'm not going to just say that and be like, okay, thank you for coming. And so let's get, I have several oracle decks here. I have an affirmation deck that I think I'm going to use at the very last moment, so you can repeat the affirmations. So let's get you. Hold on. See, I had some decks already out, but for whatever reason, I feel like I need to switch. Hold on. The affirmation ones we will still use, but let me go to the one that I saw that kind of flashed. I'll use these two. I think that's where we're going. Have a feeling. Okay. Yep. Switch. We're being told to switch. Okay. No biggie. There's a reason for it. I've learned how to just go with the flow with it. Brandy, can't be too rigid on things. Don't get that twisted though. It's still structure. Can't be chaos either. Okay. All right. Healing energy oracle. Okay, what is the guidance here? What is the guidance for the single parent for them to meditate on here? What's the healing energy guidance for them? Please and thank you. High vibrational energy, something to help them release what needs to be and what's ready to be, and to increase their consciousness, their frequency, their understanding as it pertains to this reading, and their autistic child or young adult. All right. Okay, let's do it. Any guidance for the single parents, please? Pertaining to this reading, is there any guidance? Any guidance? Oh, man. Oops. These are big cards, you guys will bear with me. Is there anything else from the healing energy oracle? Yep, there it is. I knew it. Okay. I'll put that aside. Gonna roll with that. Oh, the voice of the heart is at the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have here, release and listen to life is your advice, beautiful single parent. of the beautiful souls of the autistics. Take a nice gaze. Gaze at this light. Gaze at that image because per the author, these have been activated. So they will assist you with what that card is saying. So release and listen to life. Release and listen to life. Release and listen to life. So I'll read what it says here for you. It says here on release, it says, I stopped fighting my fears and the hardships of life. Wow. I stopped fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts. I live in the present moment and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into source hands what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. It is surrender and release in terms of your autistic. I couldn't chose a better card. Okay. Release, accept, release. Stop fighting. Stop trying to control it. Keep your thoughts. Focus on peace. Live in the moment. Accept. Wow. And know that everything will ultimately work out. Work on what you can. As I was just giving the example, was kind of funny. I was saying like, Brandy, why are you still arguing? Your son. He's my one and only begotten son. I swear he thinks he's the parent. But I know what I'm dealing with. So it's like, well, why are you arguing then, Brandy? Smarty pants, bloom from within love. Okay? Why? You're the only one putting yourself all in a thither. Let it go. Let it go. Release. And by no means is it saying this is not about inactivity or passivity. It clearly said, I work on what I have power over. Power in a healthy sense. Some things are what they are. They're autistic and it is what it is. Okay? I'm swallowing this too. It always hits me first. Before I do all these readings, believe me, y'all, when I say they always hit me first, it hits home. Okay? So, release. I'm going to put it over here on the focusing on the peace right here. Okay? And then the one that said, listen to life. Okay, it says here, I am attentive to the world around me. This is about being here. I was talking about this. Around me, signs and symbols are guiding me to my success. I listen and I discover the way to the eternal as it pertains to your relationship or how you are approaching your autistic child or young adult. There are signs and symbols all around you. But you can only listen to life. When we release and choose to focus on peace, then you can listen. Listen. Okay? Powerful stuff here. At the bottom of the deck, we got the voice of the heart, and it always comes back to this, doesn't it? Gaze on that. The high heart. When we refer to the heart, we're talking about the consciously evolved high heart energy, Merkaba activated energy. We're not talking about when we hear the word heart, as we have most commonly referred to that in the 3D and in the low frequency. We're not talking about just lust and insatiable desire here. We're talking about the voice of benevolence, your soul, okay? The voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me, the fears you have concerning your autistic child or young adult, and that all that encompasses. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. This is where you will find the higher realm guidance, even on the day to day. And sometimes it's the simplest things, just like the release card said. I'm sorry, was it the release card or the listen to life card? One of them talked about signs and synchronicities, because sometimes it's simple. Okay, so that's your guidance from the Healing Energy Oracle. All right, now lastly, nope, we got two more. We got the Divine Energy, then we got your affirmations I'm going to leave you guys with so you can repeat them. Okay. All right, Divine Energy Oracle. Are there any messages here for the single parents concerning this reading, concerning their relationship or connection with their autistic child or young adult here, pertaining to this reading and all the other guidance that was given? Please and thank you. You guys are definitely in that magician energy, though. I'll tell you, you are. And you're in it in more ways than one. Like, some of you may already know you're in a magician energy in terms of like trying to manifest, like maybe you're moving, or maybe you've already moved, maybe you got another job, or you manifested some kind of a new opportunity already, or so many of you know already about that. But what I'm sensing is that you're in the magician energy in terms of your relationship and connection with your autistic children or child or young adult. Like, you're manifesting a shift in the dynamic, and even a shift for them, like the stuff that came out for them in terms of what's created this defensive energy within them. You're shifting that because many of you, like I said in the beginning, you're healers and starseeds. So you're finding a way and you're manifesting the actual shift. And that's powerful, actually. That's quite damn powerful. Especially considering, all of the variables here. All right, let's get some guidance here. So, Divine Energy, what's the guidance for the single parents here concerning this reading? Any further guidance? Can we get one card? What's the guidance? Well, we got two that fell. All right. Oh boy, let's see. Oh, this makes sense. Hold on, you guys. I have to pick it up. It makes perfect sense. Are y'all ready to hear it? Let's see. All right, so the two cards that came out for you, beautiful single parents, starseed parents of starseed autistics. What you have here is face your adversities, imagine the solutions. Face your adversities, imagine your solutions. So, in other words, through following the guidance previous that we just got, you're being asked to and empowered to face what's been hard regarding the dynamic, what's happened, right? And imagine solutions. So face your adversities by imagining higher vibrational solutions, even if it's an intention. Because imagine, everybody's not visual. So imagine could be referenced to setting an intention of solution to what has felt like extreme adversity, whether it's just in the dynamic or the things that have created the current energy that we talked about. Okay. And I say that because at the bottom it says address addiction, make necessary sacrifice, and embrace your power, admit your vulnerability, reflect on what's true for you, your truth. Yep. So what I want to say about that is this is common. There's probably been a tendency to want to run, just kind of like either argue or shut it down, out of just sheer frustration. And that is in itself an addiction. When we hear addiction, it's not always referencing somebody's got a drug and alcohol problem or a gambling problem or a sex problem. That's not the energy that's being picked up for this particular reading. The addiction could be the addiction to argue, the addiction to, what I'm saying, just kind of try to control it too much, the addiction to, want to shut it down and not pay attention to it because it just feels too hard. And it says to make the necessary sacrifices to mindsets, embrace your power, embrace your power, your superpower as a healer, as a star seed, like embrace the power, in terms of this whole thing, the connection in day-to-day life with your autistic child. Admit you're vulnerable to yourself. That's your humanness, right? And just reflect on what's true for you. What is true for you in any now moment? Okay, the truth is, back to that other guidance with the voice of the heart, right? There was the voice of the heart and listening to life, right? Releasing, finding your truth through that. Okay, that's, oh man. I'm looking at the story. Yep. Okay. So imagine solutions. You're being asked, as you follow that previous guidance, you're being asked to face your adversities through setting intention for a solutions. Law of attraction. Law of vibration of the universe. Law of attraction. Okay. All right. Let's get your last cards here. Let's get you some affirmations from the Archangels, Ascended Masters. Well, I think there's just the Archangels in this deck. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's those Archangels and crystals. Okay. All right, Archangels. Talk to us. What affirmations and crystals even if they don't have the crystals, but the energy of the crystals of the card to be channeled to them. What affirmations and crystal energy could support the single parents with all of the guidance that came out in this reading? In the most benevolent, smooth, comfortable, true to life, high vibe, balanced and grounded way. What could assist with lifting their frequency? What could assist them with releasing the toxicity? What could assist them with doing literally what the guidance provided? Please and thank you. All right, let's do it. Talk to us. Okay. Guidance, affirmations, crystals to support Anything else? They're coming out, y'all. Anything else? Okay. Got 2 so far. Is there anything else? Okay, I'm not going to take those because that's too much. Anything else? Stop there. I'm going to stop there. Okay, this one is being highlighted though. So out of the ones that fill, one is being highlighted. So there's 3. Let's see. Yep. Sometimes these cards, man, gee whiz. Okay. Okay. So this is what you got. You guys got the golden topaz, moldavite, and copper. Man, these all are very extremely high vibrational energies here. But that's necessary. It's needed. I get it. So take that in. So let me read you what the questions are here, and then I'll give you what your affirmations are, okay? And the angels that are working with you. So, all right. So we have here golden topaz. It says here, do you need to recapture your personal power? So you got to empower yourself, take back your power where you felt disempowered, which is common in these dynamics because there's so much out of your control, right? Okay. Surround yourself with people who recognize your talents, intelligence, creativity, kindness, and thoughtfulness. Their appreciation will amplify your goodness. Share your inner wisdom and beauty. It is time to reclaim and amplify your personal power. So with that, what I'm picking up is that, especially as a single parent and a single parent of an autistic, set an intention to, and ask for this help, first of all, to co-create soul tribal energy in your life. People that are not just takers, but givers. People who are healthy. I guess that's the best way to say it. People who see you and are thankful for you, okay? Not because you're telling them to be, but they're saying surround yourself with people that just simply recognize who you are. They recognize your talent, your intelligence, your kindness, and they're grateful for it, okay? Because this is going to help your frequency as well. And to continue to be you, to share, to shine outside of your own goings-ons, because this is how you shift your energy from constantly focusing on things in your life, yourself, your situation with your autistics. It helps you to give back out to the collective, right? Which also amplifies your personal power. The Archangel working with you for this is Archangel Zakkiel. And the affirmations they're guiding you to say is, I am a shining star, baby. I focus on all my good attributes and I amplify them. I see my path shining brightly before me. I have the courage to step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I help others as I radiate my magnificence. Oh my God. Okay, so even as relates to your parenting, you are a good parent. You are a good parent. If you're on this channel and you're listening to this and you got an autistic, you are a good parent. Okay? You are a shining star. You are a very unique and dynamic parent. You're a starseed healer parent. Okay? Focus on your good attributes. Don't beat yourself up about even the stuff that came out in the reading, because it wasn't even like that in this reading. It says, yeah. Amplify your good stuff, okay? See the path shining. Set that intention, okay? Tap into that courage to step forward with joy in the unknown. and continue to help others. Even if times you question, am I even really contributing or helping? Yeah, chances are if you're star seed and you're healer, yeah, you are. You are. Okay. I'm telling you this. I'm going to give you that validation. Whether you're getting it anywhere else or not. Okay. You are. In whatever unique way and platform that you have, whatever that means for you, continue that. Help others and as you're radiating. So you being you, you're radiating your magnificence. Okay. So that's powerful. Jophiel, golden topaz is the crystal. Jophiel is the angel supporting you. Copper. Okay. Let's see. Copper. It says here, do you need some motivation to transform your reality? Do you find your mind wandering when you're trying to stay focused? Oh my God, that's that Four of Cups right there. If so, you need to find your passion, begin experiencing the rewards that come with living it. Living, baby, living it. Do what you love. Do what you love. All right, prosperity is yours. Good gracious God. I told you. I said some of y'all already in magician energy. Prosperity is yours, but you must take action. Action, baby. Action. And as it relates to this, it's saying here, do what you love. Find ways to do what you love. This is going to also help in the dynamic of the connection, because when you're living passionately from your heart, then it shifts. I think I talked about this on another video. Dang, which one was it? Oh, I'm gonna find it and I'll probably come back and put it in, because it was basically talking about, I think it was the one I did on Aries, Pluto being in Aries or something like that. Yeah, the one, yeah, I think it's that one. But anyway, so and I was mentioning how when we have purpose, when we're living in passion, it trickles into every dynamic. When we feel like we aren't, that too trickles into every dynamic. So living your passion and purpose could kind of shift that Four of Cupsy energy, which will help you to see even the dynamic and the connection and the relationship with the autistics differently. Okay, the angel working with you is Archangel Zakkiel, and he's advising you to say the following: I am safe. I am safe. I have constant protection. Yeah, baby. Maybe there's a concern, and maybe that's why Archangel Zakkiel is coming through. Like you feel like, okay, can I protect him? We are in hostile territory. Shit, people crazy as hell. People got problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause as sensitives and star seeds, y'all feel it all. You feel it all. You don't feel just the high vibration stuff. You feel all of it. So it's like as a single parent, you're like, hell, shit. Well, can I protect him? Can I protect her? Can I protect myself? But the unique thing is just you already are. I think I mentioned that on another video too. It's like people could try. Oh, they can. I don't even want to get too far off into that energy, because I tried to be high vibrational and very loving on a video that I did a while back on YouTube. It was a short. And it really, the intention was to help people who think they're slick to stop before they hurt themselves. Energetically. That's really what it was, because it's like people don't be knowing. Like when they're in certain frequencies, they don't understand. They think they can just Google shit and, you know what I'm saying, just, go have a seance and order a spellcaster and, you know what I'm saying, go see tarot readers to try to, you know what I'm saying? They've done that kind of stuff for so long. But the seasons are changing in the universe. And then when you start tapping into messing with the wrong beings and beings that have like really some mega tough team on a side, the warnings are going to start going out like cease and desist before you hurt yourself. Cease and desist, because you're going to end up driving yourself nuts. What's going to happen is it's going to flip. You're going to end up sick. You're going to end up desolate. You're going to end up, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, it's law. It's the law. Hear me out, y'all. It's law of frequency. It's like cease and desist, because you built the stuff up and you've gotten so far with it, but now you don't stop. Stop trying to manipulate energy. Stop trying to manipulate other people's energy. Stop trying to order, a Dowlacaster and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's going to hurt. I'm telling you, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. That's all I'm going to say. It's like, stop, because there's a better way. Like, everybody could get healing. Everybody could get their wholeness. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's a choice we all have to make. Right? There is a choice. It's the free will. And when we're resistant, we think whatever. It's like, okay, well, somebody try to tell you. And here's where I'm going with all that. Because again, there is probably concern about protection, but you are. You are. So is your autistic, okay? Even if you guys, being a single parent, maybe you feel like you're not in hostile territory, you feel alone, you feel like all these people are alive, you feel, you know what I'm saying? Archangel Zakkiel is one of many that is supporting you. Just one of many archangels on top of ancestors and power animals and goddess energy and galactic team that's really strong right now. Okay. So Archangel Zakkiel, like I said, he's saying for you to say this to yourself. I'm safe. I have constant protection surrounding me, deflecting anything that is not benevolent in nature for my highest good. I have the courage and the self-confidence to create my world. It is easy for me to take action and move forward in life with joy and enthusiasm. Copper, baby, is a crystal. Archangel Zakkiel. Lastly, Moldavite, one of my favorites. High frequency. You got to be real careful with dealing with that crystal. Meteor, rather, but extremely high vibe. Especially, it's a stone of star seeds, actually. So Moldavite. The question here is saying, are you able to think beyond the ordinary? Is your heart open to love and inner peace? Awaken your consciousness and decide you want to see things from the greater perspective. Yep, I was saying that all through the reading. Increased self-knowledge naturally allows for healing your heart, your relationships with others, and the relationship that you have with yourself. You have unlimited potential. Hold on one second, you guys. Darrell? Let's see what he's doing. Darrell? I'm sorry, you guys. Darrell, who are you talking to? Oh, never mind. Huh?
This has to look what happened to my attention. He did the grocery store security next to me, but then I yell out, what about my attention? It's all cracked up.
No, I'm saying here. What, right? Did something happen right here?
No.
Oh, well, I was just asking because I thought I had heard you, but okay, I guess. Sorry about that, you guys. I know that's not professional, but goes with the reading, though, in its own little way. So, as I was saying here, Moldavite, we're on Moldavite. You have unlimited potential. Archangel Raphael is assisting you with this one. So I told y'all. So I'm telling y'all. Man, okay. So Archangel Raphael is asking you to repeat this. My consciousness is awake. I am aware. My consciousness is awake. I am aware. I feel the limitless nature of all life. I believe in unlimited potentials and possibilities. I am creative and prosperous. I fully embrace extraordinary wealth, and wealth is beyond the money. Wealth is a state of mind, it's the totality of wholeness, abundance. Okay, not just a bunch of shit. People have shit and they still don't be right. Okay, so I fully embrace extraordinary wealth. My heart, my heart is open to giving and receiving love. So, really, what I'm really getting with this is Archangel Raphael, amongst the rest of your team, is really wanting you to embrace the fact that guess what? You are actually awake. If you're listening to this and this is resonating with you and this is the storyline, you are awakened. No matter what people have tried to make you feel like, think, or believe, okay? And you have limitless, you can see, you can feel the limitless nature to life, okay? So they're reinforcing this for you to go ahead and believe, okay? See your own creativity. See that you are actually prosperous already because everything that is, it or will be is. I know that doesn't make sense, but is. Time is an illusion. It's just how we mark engaged events in the 3D. It is. It is. Okay? Embrace your extraordinary wealth. You already are. You've already done it. I know that's way out there, but trust me when I'm telling you, okay? You've already done it. Okay? My heart is open to giving and receiving love. It's safe. It's safe. I can see how the angels, the three, let's see, we got Raphael, Zakkiel, and Jophiel. I can see it. I can totally see it. All right, so that concludes this reading, you guys. I know it's very different, but I felt it a necessary topic because you know what? Many of us are parents and single parents of the autistic community. And just like everybody else in the 3D on the globe at this time have been affected by global events, life changes, cycles, transitions, they've been affected. So those relationships have been affected as well. The dynamics between the parent and the child, right? With all of these shifts and changes and seasons and things like that. Anything that you've gone through as a single parent, has also affected them, and their changes in life has also affected you. So I felt like this was important to bring in some depth, some conscious awareness, understanding, hopefully comfort, confirmation, guidance, and strength, and even just love and acceptance of yourself as a single parent, a starseed healer of an autistic starseed healer. Okay. All right. So if I am guided, maybe in the next few days, because I'm trying to learn balance here, depending on what's happening in the next few days. If guided, I will certainly come on to do a Reiki session or a light language session, and even some further affirmations with some frequencies or something, depending on how I'm led, that could support you regarding this reading, okay, with just energetically being able to face what you need to face, imagine your solutions, releasing, tapping into that heart energy, gratitude, all of the guidance that came out. Okay, we're going to ask for that and we'll see what happens just to keep it going, day to day for you as you continue in this magician energy that you're holding. And that you can even see how it is playing out in terms of your parenting and shifting the energies for them too. Okay. All right. Everything is energy. Balance is always our key. Let's continue to learn, to love ourselves, be good to ourselves, be true to ourselves, and honor ourselves. Why? What do I always say with Bloom? Because ourselves. All right. And yet we are one. I bow to the divine in you, and I bow to the divine in me. I send you guys hugs and kisses. Love and light. Namaste.